Hey everyone, this feels weird. I feel like I haven't been on a Facebook Live, even though I've been doing live videos for you every single day this week. I hope you guys have been tuning into the value from the amazing and the incredible human beings that I've gotten to connect with over this past week and share with you guys all around helping you to stay in connection with yourself during this time of kind of craziness. Maybe you're in some self-isolation. I've got Alexandra in the house and Elliot's here. That's cool to see you guys. I know Alexandria and Charles, you have been tuning into the interviews and you've already told me that you're loving them. So I've got a few things that I want to share with you guys today. I definitely want to be checking in with you about what's been valuable for you guys this week with running these interviews. I have had an absolute ball just getting to learn from incredible souls. I hope you guys have definitely checked out the Dr. John DeMartini interview. I'm going to repost that again, but you're not going to want to miss that. And plus all the amazing people I've had this week, from the beginning to the end, it's been amazing to hear people's perspective from a place of experience and wisdom, and looking at things in the right way, like in a realistic way that's actually going to bring balance to our lives. So I really, really hope that you guys are checking out those interviews and getting a ton of value from them, because I'm contemplating right now, initially I was just going to do that for a week for you guys and just kind of test it out and see who I could get jumping on, because it was just an idea that I had. I've got another bunch of amazing individuals who would be really loving to come and have me interview them for you guys on Instagram Live like we've been doing this week. And I'm just kind of like, okay, well, let's get that lined up. But I'd love to hear from you guys in terms of whether you'd like some more interviews. And if you would like some more interviews, do you have any people that you'd like for me to interview? And I'll see what I can do about reaching out to them and seeing if they'd be interested. All right. All that being said, today's message has actually been inspired by another group that I'm a part of. So you guys who've been into the interviews, you already know two of my coaches because you would have met them this week, the amazing Jason and Anya Irving. And Jason put out this really quick live stream yesterday to myself and the people in an academy that I'm a part of. And it just really got me thinking, and it was really created a really great discussion that I want to share with you guys. And I want to, in the hope that it's going to get you to think about what type of person you are. And I'm going to be talking into the excuse maker, the challenge, the destroyer, I should say, and the self-doubter. All right. And you might be all three of those things at different times. You might be one really predominantly. And I'm going to talk to you guys about why that matters and what it really means and how you can be more empowered by knowing your own patterns. So today's topic is, do you hate being told what to do? Or do you over-rely on other people's opinions and them telling you what to do? And either side of the spectrum, this message that we're going to be going through today is definitely for you. So the question that one of my coaches put out was, it was really just getting you to think. He just had a coaching session with another person in the academy, and it sparked him to talk into the concept of these people out there, like he's in a leadership position. If, myself included, when I'm being the coach with my clients, somebody is investing in you and your experience. And what he was talking into was those people out there from his perspective where they were just being excuse making and they were becoming the destroyer. So him as a coach with his wisdom and experience had somebody invest in them and want that knowledge, want that perspective, want that option to grow and build higher levels of awareness and transformation. And what he finds time and time again, myself included, but we're going to use him as an example here, and his experience as an example, are these people who just don't like being told what to do. I know myself. I sometimes don't like being told what to do, right? And what it kind of sparked in the discussion was, why don't you like being told what to do? All right. And so there's people out there who do take on that role of the excuse maker. They say they want change, but then they don't want to take on the advice because they're resisting being told what to do. Or they're the destroyer, where they're, that person's telling them what to do, and they want to, even if it is the best possible advice, the healthiest perspective that you could take in that situation, they throw it away because they want to, they're destructive to their own lives and their own growth. So they create a lot of internal conflict for themselves, wanting the change and growth, but then not being able to be told what to do, so they destroy whatever that advice is and don't move forward on it, right? So it's a pretty destructive pattern. We can all run this at different times, but when I listened to this video and engaged in the interaction, what I actually saw for myself was the other side. So I've always been somebody in my past who had overvalued external authority. People in the outside world, I put the value in their opinion over and above my own internal authority about what I felt was right for me. And so I've not been the destroyer or the excuse maker. It's actually been more of the self-doubter, right? Which is on the other side of the spectrum. So when you self-doubt, you overvalue people telling you what to do in the external world, and you undervalue, what you know to feel right to you. And so it's not a healthy pattern either. There's two sides of the spectrum, and we're always looking to get back into balance. So it triggered my thought about what's been going on for me, what has not worked for me in the past, what have I done about it, and what's working for me now, which is what I wanted to share with you guys. So like I said, we know what wasn't working for me in the past: overvaluing external authority, undervaluing my own authority and what felt right to me. And so what I've done over this period of time, and I've had some coaches that haven't had my best interests at heart, and I've had some incredible coaches who absolutely have had my best interests at heart and do have my best interests at heart. So I have a good ability to contrast from my own experience now. So what happens for me is that I get a sense as to what determines whether I'm going to be told what to do or not is whether I can get a feeling that that person has my best interests at heart, or if I feel like they're coming from their ego and their self-interests in terms of them telling me what to do, right? So there's this different feeling, and it's an interesting feeling to navigate within yourself. I have this plenty of times. There's definitely people in my life. There's somebody in my life right now who is a new person in my life, and I'm finding myself resisting a little bit when they kind of give me advice. And I started questioning myself on this, and it got to the point where I just realized I just don't have that level of trust with this person right now. There's other people in my life, such as my coaches, who I take everything in, but then what I've learned to do, because I know my past pattern of overvaluing external authority at the expense of my own internal authority, what I now do is I take it all in from those trusted sources, and I usually like to sleep on it, but then I run it through what feels right to me. And just personally, my own experience with that is usually I go to sleep on it. Usually I wake up in the middle of the night, or I wake up very early in the morning, and I've got these connection points. I've taken in what they've told me, and I've run it through what feels right. And for me, I could go into the depths as to why that actually happens for me. It's based on our cognitive wiring. So you guys know I'm into personality psychology. My particular personality type, that's actually how I best learn and make my own connections, is devoid of sensory input. So anyway, we won't go all down the technical realm, but there's a reason behind why that particular process works for me, and it might be a bit different for you. If you guys are ever interested in understanding how your unique wiring is made up, how your unique personality is situated, so you know how to make your best decisions, how you best learn and integrate information, all amazing stuff, goes down serious rabbit holes with relationships, with answering the questions as to why you do in every realm of your life, you can always reach out to me about that. But at the end of the day, it's about finding what works best for you. If you're on the side of the spectrum where it's more about you're always resistant to anybody telling you what to do, and you end up becoming maybe the excuse maker or the destroyer who just has to be the one that goes against the grain. Or if you're a bit more like me and you're on the other, I've been on the other side a lot more, which is the self-doubter, then, you also want to see how that plays out, and you want a strategy for overcoming either side so that you can enter a balanced state in the middle, which is the ability to take on the expertise from outside sources without feeling like you have to protect and retaliate, coupled with an ability to check in with yourself and know what feels right to you. It's not about one or the other. It's about having a balance and being able to take on that external authority along with your internal authority and come out the other side in a really balanced way that's going to move you towards a healthy result. Okay, that's the ultimate end game. So really hoping that me sharing this with you guys is of value. And like I mentioned at the beginning, I really hope that you've been getting a ton of value from these amazing interviews that have been taking place this week. I've got some really cool people who are lined up for this coming week. But yeah, just wasn't sure how it was going to play out, what value you guys were going to take from it. I've heard from a bunch of you. You've been reaching out to me and letting me know which interviews have been your favorite, what you've been learning. I woke up to some beautiful messages, particularly around the DeMartini interview this morning. So I'm really, really excited about that. And so and like you guys can probably tell, I absolutely love asking people questions and interviewing them and learning from them. I'm always taking copious notes. So it's very, very enlivening to my soul to continue doing those interviews. But I'd love your feedback about if it's of value to you and, what parts of my content you appreciate the most. Like, do you like these Facebook Lives? Do you like the interviews? Do you like just some written posts? Like, I always really appreciate hearing from you guys about what you find valuable. I'm going to bring some more interviews to you guys this week anyway. But you can tell me how you feel about that. And let me definitely check in with you guys, see who's been able to join me. I'm just about to do an F45 at home workout. So it's a really nice sunny day outside, but it's been super cold and rainy here in Melbourne. So I'm looking forward to just getting outdoors in this crazy isolation period. But let me check in with you guys. Drop me a comment. Let me know where in the world you're tuning in from and anything that you'd like to share. So yes, we've got Alexandria in the house with Elliot. Hello to you, and Ramon and Laura and Oini, I don't know how to say your name, but that doesn't sound right. But stay safe. I will, and I hope you are as well, my friend. And Justin's here, much love. And Ali, stay safe, my teacher. I absolutely will, and I hope you will as well. And Brad's here, and Farine and Elf and Alexandra Charleson. I would love to see you interview your grandmother, please. Oh my gosh, you guys and me as well. I would absolutely love to do that. She has got so much wisdom. You know what? Hang on a second. I'll show you guys. See, this book here is actually a book that that's my granny. You probably can't see her. When she was a little girl with her dad, who was a judge, and her older sister, my Auntie Eva. And my granny actually, here's a better shot. That's what my granny actually looks like these days. This one, not this one. But this is a book that my granny actually wrote about her life, and she was a survivor of the Holocaust, and oh my gosh, like the most incredible soul who has so much wisdom, but she hates social media. She does not get the work that I do, even though I try and tell her. She thinks it's like unsafe, and who are you connecting with, and that's not real connection, like you got to be in people's physical presence. So Charles and Alexandra, I back you on that. I would love nothing more than being able to interview her. So maybe what I might be able to do is convince her that I can interview her, but I don't think she'd like to do it live. And then maybe I'll be able to record it and get it out to you guys. I'll see what I can manage, but I think it's a great idea, something that I'd absolutely love to do and would always treasure. So love the idea there, and awesome. And Joseph is here as well, and Moises. Oh, thank you for your kind words, and hope you're doing amazingly well. So that is my message for you guys today. I hope that it just gets you thinking, what side of the fence do I sit on predominantly? And also this. So if I was somebody who used to be more of a self-doubter and put more value on other people's judgments and opinions as to what I should be doing with my life over and above what I felt was right for myself, remember that I've got to go about the journey of being able to go, you know what, I've got to trust in my intuition. And that's part of the experience that I've had and what I just mentioned to you before. If I've had somebody new come into my life recently who I've sensed that I've been resistant to their guidance, because it was kind of, I didn't ask for it, but they're kind of telling me what to do in a way, and I just don't like that feeling. It's actually more about me sensing where that comes from, right? Because then there's other people in my life, like my coaches, who I invest in to give me some guidance, who I absolutely take on wholeheartedly their guidance and advice, but I don't just decide that whatever they say goes. No, all right, I take it on board and I develop the other side of trusting my own intuition, my own self, and then I come out the other end with a co-created action plan, right? It's not just one-sided, all about what other people tell me to do. It's not just all about what I want to do, despite what people with some experience and wisdom could be adding and contributing to the decision. It's a combination, it's a co-creation. So whatever side of the fence you sit on, make sure that you have an action plan to integrate and get back into the middle. All right, so really hoping this has served you. And Ali, you have a good family, my dear teacher. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and I'm sure you do as well. And Sparky, you love being told what to do. Okay, well, that's good for you. And you're so welcome there, Moises. All right, awesome. So great to be back with you guys. Please do let me know if you've been finding the interviews valuable. Definitely jump over onto my Instagram page so you don't miss the upcoming live interviews that I'll be doing this week as well. Maybe not every single day. I'm just going to gauge it a little bit, make it a bit more sustainable, and also relying on your feedback to make sure that I've got my finger on the pulse as to what is of value to you guys. I really appreciate that. And if this message has been valuable, please do share it. That's such a good gift that you can give to me, just expanding into the lives and hopefully minds and hearts of other extraordinary human beings just like yourselves. And as always, I'm sending you guys all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. I really do hope that it's beautiful, amazing, and extraordinary, that you're doing something super empowering, and today's message has definitely served you. And thank you so much to each and every one of you guys who could join me live today. So appreciate you guys, and wish me luck, because I'm just about to go and kill myself a little bit in an F45 at home session, and soak up a little bit of sun while it lasts here in cold, usually Melbourne. All right, sending you guys much love, and I'll see you tomorrow.